Hello YouTube, it's the Tibster. Well, today's video I thought I would show you my latest addition, which is this Axial Capra, and it's the 4-wheel steer version. Main reason for buying this, the only style, this type of style of crawler I've ever had was my FTX Mauler, if you're familiar with that model, and I've been thinking about upgrading it for a while. There's not really that much to choose from, I don't think, these days, or at the minute, but anyway, I ended up choosing this. So I'm not sure, I can't really show you the insides and everything of this because you can't really get to it. I have to start taking these panels off, which it's not something I'm going to do right now, but it is 4-wheel steering. So hopefully you can see, there you've got the servo at the front. I think these are the Spectrum servos. I think it's a 15 kilogram, don't quote me on that. And obviously on the rear we've also got another servo for the rear wheel steering, which I shall show you in a couple of minutes time when I get to it. One of the things that I want to tell you about this is the battery. So it is 2S and 3S, and your little body clips come out the side here and lifts up. But the issue you've got there is it's a really small battery tray, and you are limited. I had some small batteries which I use in my boats, even those don't fit. So I've ended up having to, I'm not saying these are the only ones you can buy, but these are the ones that I've chose, that I got local. And the reason being is that they are only 85mm long. I think I read somewhere that the maximum was 95, but in any case, the other small batteries which I've got, and I've got a lot of them, wouldn't fit in here, and they were only about 100, just over 100mm. So you can only use small batteries. I don't know if you can see or not, but the connector that comes on it is the orange IC3 connector. If you start buying the batteries, the Spectrum batteries and the smart batteries, then you've got to start buying another charger as well. Now, I'm not interested in all that and having a smart battery. I just want a battery. So these batteries have come with the EC3s, which fit directly onto the IC3s, no issue, boom. The next thing I'm going to touch on is the tyres. I'm undecided about these tyres. So these are, I don't know, is it Nitto or Nito, and they're the Trial Grappler MT tyres. And when I feel them, the foams feel nice. I'm quite happy with the foams, but I'm not sure about this, whether they feel hard or they just need running in, or whether it's just me. I'm not sure. I'd like to think that a truck that costs this amount of money would have a decent set of tyres on. And the first couple of runs that I do, as anyone who follows me, I always run everything stock before I upgrade anything, because I always like to show people how things work and how good they are stock. However, once I've run it a couple of times, I have got some other tyres that I'm going to run. I mean, these ones are, them stock ones are, I'd say 120 plus the clearance, and we've got portal axles on here, and I think when I measure that, you're probably looking like 55-60mm clearance, so quite a lot of clearance. These other tyres that I'll use, which I'll tell you more about them when I eventually come and use them, but they're looking about 140. But yeah, so I'm curious to see how these tyres will run and how good they are, and I'm hoping that my first run is going to be on some quarry rocks, hopefully tomorrow, weather permitting. Weather's been rubbish last couple of days here in the UK, but weather permitting, I'm going to go and try this, and I really am curious about them tyres. I'll show you the underneath. I don't think you're going to see much really, but just for anyone who is curious or thinking of buying one or has never seen one, hopefully if I leave that there for a few seconds you can see the general outlay underneath. Yeah, the plastic, metal parts, plastic, but yeah, that's about all I can show you really. Like I say, unless I start taking panels off, which I'm not going to do. Well, that's the underneath anyway. So this Capra comes with the Spectrum system. It's got this DX3 controller. I suppose most of this doesn't really matter if you've not got the smart batteries, but it comes with your thumb steering, so one hand driving, your little thing there. And it also has this button here, A and B. I'm going to show you what that is, but that's basically the rear wheel steering. If you press the A, it turns, I think 25% or something, or, you know, of left or right, I don't know which way it is. Press it again and it goes to the 50%, and so on and so forth, or something of that kind of calibre. Press the B and it turns the other way, and I shall show you that right now. So let me turn this on. Battery should be connected. Turn that on, and on these Capras there's a little on off switch inside here. You're never going to see it, but I will point my little screwdriver. So you've got your little on off switch here. Switch it on. So we're on. We've got some lights at the front, but yeah, so we're on, and the rear wheel steering. So I should have lifted that up a bit really, maybe. See if I can get something under it, see how it works. But so yeah, so the A and B button, as I showed you before, so I'm going to press A and it turns, and that's the maximum. Press B and that's how it works. So you can steer the front and then at the same time turn the rear as well, without having to switch any other servos or any other switches. It's all there, and that's how that four-wheel steering works. So I've not drove this yet, I've not seen one of these run. I'm really curious to have a go and get used to that four-wheel steering, because I think it's going to be quite strange at first, and probably have to think going left and right and opposite from the front. It's probably going to be a bit confusing, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that run, hopefully tomorrow, and see how it does on the rocks. So let's see if I can show you the articulation of this. I keep those back wheels flat, lift this front up. Oh, they're still flat on the back, and you can see, I mean that, I don't know if this wheel's going to be enough, but it's 150 mil there, or thereabouts. Quite a lot of articulation. It should be good for rocks, should be. So the last thing I want to show you is the size, because this is actually quite small, and I've seen like some of the Axial in the past, like the Wraith and stuff. They were a lot bigger than this, or that's how I remember them. I remember them being a lot bigger, and I think this is quite small. So I'm going to put it next to my Charisma Coyote, which is basically I'm sure a copy of an Axial CX10, and as you can see here, that I'll try and move the camera, keeping it as steady as I can. What you can see, it's not that big. I'm quite surprised. I don't even know if I'm in camera here because I can't see the screen of the camera. hopefully that can give you some size reference. So it's not a massive crawler. So that's it everyone, quick look at my latest edition. Hopefully get a run, the plan is tomorrow, and see how it fares, and hopefully have a video up a bit soon. But that's it, Axial Capra, 4-wheel steering, top stuff.